Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Destiny and I do book things here, and today we're going to talk about my book journal flip through. So what you're seeing now is I'm putting in the number of books that are in this particular journal, which is 98. I absolutely love keeping a reading journal. I have done it for almost over a year now. So this one started in September of 2022 to May 2023. And before this, I had a traveler size notebook that I did that was from December of 2021 to obviously August of 2022. Here's all the ones I have finished so far. My favorites bracket, which is my favorite crud to fill in. Next year, I think I'm going to do it where the months aren't straight down so that I can mix it up. My goals, my main 12. Main 12 are the 12 books I want to read off my shelves. Not one time have I finished this list, but it's there and I want to get it done as well. And then you have my recommendations and my books to buy. As you can tell, I didn't really fill either one of them in. I've had a lot recommended to me, but I just forget to fill this page in, and my new journal doesn't even have this page. Next, here is my buzzword tracker. So the one from last year and one from this year. At the bottom, you can't really read it from here, but I put in the date I finished it. Here is my ongoing series, but again, I didn't fill this one in. And then this quote, I absolutely love this quote and the watercolor I did behind it. My A to Z challenge for 2022 and 2023. I honestly did not do well last year. This year I'm doing better. My master to be read list. I don't remember what my thoughts were for this spread, to be honest. And the sticky note I'm removing are books that I heard about in a video. I just wrote down really quick on the sticky note, and I want to move it to my other journal because I never filled them in on this page clearly. But yeah, I don't keep a physical written list of everything that's unread on my shelves because there's just too many of them. Now we're getting into the first monthly spread I ever did, and this is for September. I love doing this. This is my spread for Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, which I absolutely love. I hope we get another one in this series. This is the first time I've done any creative kind of journaling for my books, and I got hooked and never stopped. This is 2 nonfictions that I had read. They both were pretty interesting. I think I only gave them each like 1 5 stars and 1 3. No, 4.5 and 3. Not too bad. Then you have Good Girl, Bad Blood, Hollow City. Looking back, I wish I had wrote more about Good Girl, Bad Blood because I'm about to go into the third one and have no clue about the second one because it's been so long since I read it. My first Neil Gaiman. I really enjoyed The Rest of Us Just Live Here. It was an interesting take on a fantasy novel, if I'm being honest. This is my October spread, which I really did not like at all. And it did not turn out the way I wanted at all. But, you live, you learn. And you can do better next time. Neverworld Wake. I thought that was pretty interesting. Witch Haven, which was sent to me. Abel and Broderick. Those are Katie Roberts' smutty books that I enjoyed. Kindred, Abide With Me. As you can tell, there's not a lot of color on these spreads, and the further we go in, the more color I add. I honestly wish I had put more color into these now looking at them, but you live and you learn. Here is my November spread. I learned I don't like putting the book covers on my monthly spreads. I do like having them in my overall like review spread, but not on the monthly. It's just too busy, in my opinion. So I do change that, I think, in January. Or maybe in December. We'll see in just a second. I did a quote here because I left it blank thinking I was going to finish another book in November and I didn't. And then this is another YA thriller that I enjoyed. Which, now looking, I didn't even put the date I finished it or my rating. I'm going to have to go back and do that. I'm just now noticing it while doing this voiceover. And I apologize if you can hear Scooby-Doo. Kiddo is getting ready to go night-night. She's almost asleep watching Scooby-Doo. And then here's my December. I honestly love this washi tape so much and enjoyed December. It still looks a little bit busy from where I'm sitting. And then here's all the ones I finished in December. I love putting in a tip in when I need a little extra space but not a whole nother page. Is like my favorite thing to do. And then starting with The River Has Teeth, I did it as a tip in and did all the stats behind it. And I love the way that looks. So I actually did it for the Little Book of Hygge here, which I'm trying to show you if my nail will pick up the page. Yep, there. And then I also did it on Into the Drowning Deep, which I'm fixing to flip over to in like 2 seconds. There. I did it there too. Next, as you can see, Diary of Blood, Sawkill Girls, Any Way the Wind Blows, Night of the Mannequins. I did not like Night of the Mannequins at all, and it should have been a half-page spread, just saying. Now you have my January, which I actually like the way it turned out a lot. The little Grim Reaper is my favorite, to be honest. He's like super, super cute to me. I'm really happy the way this spread came out. Next is the last two of Miss Penregrin's Home for Peculiar Children. I love this series. I love the fact that I did full pages for each one of these books because I do want to go back and do a full review. And this is my Scribd challenge where I listen to it if I determined if Scribd recommendations were good or not. I'll leave that video linked below if you're interested. I loved having these spreads because I was able to actually go back and give you my full thoughts about them. And it was great. And then this is Finley Donovan. And actually part of this is for the second book. I ended up not using all the space for the first one and ran out of space for the second one and used it there. Wicked Deep and the Afterlife of Holly Chase. Conference of Birds. That's the last two of the Miss Penregrins. Here Goes Finley Donovan, Knocks 'Em Dead, which I wish I had been a whole spread instead of a half page. February is my least favorite month in this book. Just because I don't like the way I did the cover page, and it just seems like all the spreads for it just were too busy in my opinion. And a lot of them I left blank, which I'll have to go back and fill in later because I had thoughts. I just did not put them in here as I was reading them because I set the pages up before I finished the book. So now my habit is to finish the book first before I set up the page. Now here is March. I love the way March turned out so much. It seems I found my groove and I started using more colorful pens, which I love the way that the gradient worked there. And I love the pop of green on some of the pages. Excuse me, and just the colors that I used in this month. April is my favorite monthly out of this whole journal. I love the way the tabs look. I do not like the way they function. This is my Truly Devious spreads. I love them. They were so much fun to set up. And the little pop-in or the tip-ins were fun to create as well. And as you can see, here's the next one. I love the Truly Devious books. I hope she writes another one because I'd be more than happy to read them because I genuinely enjoyed this series. It follows a teen sleuth, basically, who's trying to solve a really old murder. What Moves the Dead, T. Kingfisher. Reprieve, I do not recommend. I did not like it at all. That's why that's so long, is because I ranted. And then you have some Twisted Tales that I had finished. The Book of Blood and Shadow, I don't recommend either. I really didn't enjoy it like that. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I love this so much. I ended up putting 2 pictures of Maya at the bottom and did them as tip-ins, because I wanted to add her to it. Death by Dumplings. If you can tell at this point that I stopped doing the title of the book on the page. I just found it took up too much room for when I could be writing thoughts, and I've gotten better about writing my thoughts in quotes I liked, so I stopped doing the title. Plus, I put the book cover on there, so you didn't really need the title, in my opinion. House of Good Bones, Together We Burn. Oh, that vulture was so cute. American Murder Houses, I need to go back and fill my thoughts in. I have them written down on a sticky note in the book. I just have not had a chance to transpose them into this one. And now here's May. I did May in this one and in my new one. So this is my May monthly. I added a little more to this one than I did beforehand. So as you can see, I added tracking and stuff in it. And here comes that is the only blank page in this journal. And I want to do a quote. I just haven't figured out what the quote is I'm going to add. And then you're going to see I got on an Agatha Christie kick. So the rest of the spreads are Agatha Christie stories. And then let's see when I flip. I think they're all Agatha Christie. Yes, they're all Agatha Christie, with a library tracker that I tried and just it didn't work, so it didn't get filled in. And then you have what I had finished thus far, which I can tell you now, this is completely full. I'm at 82 books. There you have it. There is my book journal flip through. I'm sorry the voiceover is a little busy. I had to film it when I could, and I've been trying to find time for the last couple weeks, and it just was not happening. Keeping the house quiet with an 82-year-old is not easy, and after I put her down, I usually try to do the videos like this. So you got what you got. I will see you on my next one though. Bye guys.